Welcome back to the Triple Threat Podcast presented by Betalytics Sports Betting. That's kind of hard to say.
It is hard to say.
Betalytics.
But you kill it every time.
I was going to say, that's the first time you've ever said anything about it.
Sometimes saying it.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Happy Tuesday, guys.
Happy Tuesday.
Victory Tuesday.
What a weekend.
For some of us.
What a weekend of football.
For one of us, actually.
For one of us.
What a weekend of football. Also, guys, today was so cold. It was so cold outside.
For you guys. I haven't left my house in 2 days.
Oh, you lucky man. You lucky man.
What is it, like?
Negative 1 degree.
10 degrees right
10
now?
degrees
I
outside
haven't
right
left
now.
my house in 3 days.
That's not okay.
I work from home.
Might have to go outside for a little bit.
I do go outside, but I don't like...
Do you take a walk?
You gotta go
Yeah.
touch some grass.
You can walk the sheets.
I don't walk the sheets.
It's 12 degrees
I'm
currently.
just saying. I'm saying
I took out the trash. That's how I went for a walk. So
That's good.
I gotta walk all the way
Yeah.
around my house, and it's cold. I don't
Yeah,
do
unfortunately,
cold.
we were not with each other when we watched the games on Sunday, so it was
because
just,
of like 10 inches of snow.
yeah, and also like
Yeah.
it snowed on Sunday, so like we didn't want to
for
like
our own safety.
yeah, we just decided to stay home and watch the games. So Jake, I think
It
you were
snowed a lot.
You were at your fiance's house, or were you at your
Yes.
apartment? Yeah,
He braved the snow.
he was at home. I was at home, and yeah, it was just a great weekend of sports. And then yesterday we got to see Ohio State beat Notre Dame in the
Buckeyes.
college championship. Congrats to them.
Yeah, Buckeyes. Good job.
Respect to what they've done this season, like them professing Jesus the whole season from beginning to end, and now they're
They
the
got the
college champions.
Travion Henderson, Will Howard, Amika Buka.
All of them, they like every single one. I don't think there's
I
a single
forgot who
NFL player or college football player I didn't hear talk about.
Oh, Jack Sawyer.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So all those guys.
I don't know
Respect-
who they are. Well, a few of them I do, but like
Yeah.
not all of them. But
Quinyon
respect-
Judkins.
I know
Respect
him.
to them and what they
He's
did
tough.
and what
Bro,
they did this
he's gonna be
season.
so good in the NFL. Bro, he's like Alvin Kamara and Jahmyr Gibbs.
He's like Alvin
had a
Kamara
baby.
without the fighting issues.
Yeah.
There you go.
He,
But
like,
yeah,
they literally.
shout out to Ohio State. Shout out to all you guys done this season.
I
You
would not
guys,
say it.
you guys had such a great
What?
season.
I know you're about to say it. I would not say it.
No, I was gonna say he's a combination of Gibbs and
Yeah.
Kamara.
Oh, I thought you were gonna say something else.
Okay,
No.
keep it to yourself. Or
I don't know
or
what
you
you
can
thought
say
I
it
was
on
gonna
Triple Threat
say.
Plus if you want. I
Triple
don't
Threat
care.
Plus coming in
Patreon.
February.
We really might not have to make that a thing.
Patreon.
Coming in February
It
of
might have to be a thing.
2025.
But yeah, shout out to Ohio State. You guys had a great season. Also, shout out to Notre Dame. You guys put up a good fight. Even their
They made it
quarterback,
close at the end.
even their quarterback post game talked about how like he's like, yes, we lost, but like he only cared about his relationship with Jesus, which is
Riley
mad
Leonard.
respectful to him, and everything they've done. So, yeah. But enough of that.
All right.
We gotta get to our.
We're gonna get started.
We gotta get to our tri
Get
cap
right
of the
into
week.
the episode.
We gotta. What do we got? How many
got-
seconds do we have?
All right. We're going into.
Oh, sorry. Cue it.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. I apologize. Go ahead. Cue
No,
it.
because that makes it easier to say the.
No. I got you. Yeah, go ahead. Cue it up.
Now we're gonna go into tri-cap of the week for divisional weekend of the NFL playoffs. Now it's going down to 50 seconds.
Because
50 seconds.
There's only
less teams,
4
less
games?
time.
All right.
That's how it
games?
Got the
works.
clock.
I got the games. All right.
All right.
3, 2, 1. Texans Chiefs.
The refs.
The
refs. That's all I got.
Yeah,
Um,
refs.
The refs.
Enough said.
Flag on the play.
Enough said. Enough said.
Oh, you touched his shoulder. Flag.
Goodness gracious.
Next.
Yeah. Commanders Lions.
Holy crap.
Masterclass.
I got nothing to say.
Jaden-
Respect to Jaden.
Jaden Daniels
Jaden,
is
you
a
cooked.
dog.
You cooked,
I think
brother.
best QB in the NFC.
I don't think we could argue that at this point.
No, there's-
This year, no. Like play-wise, this year,
Playoffs?
no.
Right now,
Sure.
right now.
Throughout
Playoffs?
this whole season, yeah.
Yeah.
Bro, that was
Rams Eagles. We gotta hurry up.
Rams Eagles.
Rams Eagles.
Saquon.
Yeah. It was.
Rams kept it close. Rams did keep it close.
Saquon made it, or the Rams made it
Snow
closer
made
than I
it fun.
thought.
The
Yeah.
Snow made it fun.
Yeah,
Ravens,
I
Bills.
love snow games.
Womp,
That was
womp,
rough.
womp,
The
womp,
Bills.
womp,
Mark,
womp.
I'll say more, but Mark, it's okay. It's okay, man.
Hey, good job. We did it. We did it in 50 seconds. Good job.
Good job.
It's not your fault.
Good job. All right. Oh shoot! I need this open real quick. We start
Just
Texans.
give me it.
No, I got it.
I can do
We
my
gotta
face.
start Texans Chiefs, right? We gotta
Yeah.
start with that game first. All
Yeah,
right.
we'll go in order.
I got you. Okay.
Texans,
I have-
Chiefs.
I have summaries for the Texans and for the Chiefs. So, I could say those, and then we can get into our own thoughts. This
okay.
is from the Wenzel perspective. Shout out to you guys. Texans.
Yes.
This
Don't know
team
who you are,
is
but-
super young. They can only
Shout
get
out.
better.
Texans?
Yep.
This
This team
team
is
is
super
young.
young. They can only get better.
I mean, they're.
Yeah, CJ's second year.
Made it to the playoffs again.
I'm gonna say like
Back to back.
People talk a lot of bad things about the Texans, but it's like they're not in any rush right now. Like
They just had a horrible line this year, and
Bro,
it's out of
and
his control.
They lost their
one or
two and three
Yep.
best weapons.
Well, one or two. Well, Diggs.
Well, I would say it's
It's back and forth.
yeah. I mean, you lost your top two receivers. You lost
But
one
Joe
of your
Mixon-
safeties.
Bright spot.
Joe Mixon.
Joe
Was
Man was
Mixon
cooking
was
all
a
year.
Joe Mixon was a huge pickup.
Man
for
was
them.
cooking all year. Yeah, that was a great pickup for them. That was
But
perfect.
I think they're only going to get better.
Yeah.
Like their defense is relatively young.
was the Chiefs?
All three phases of the game are important. Chiefs do them all.
They
Yeah.
Offensively, they are good. Defensively, they're good. Special teams, they're good.
Yeah,
All three phases.
they don't beat themselves usually in any of those phases.
yeah.
The one I think that might you could say is like the weakest this year is probably their special teams
yeah.
because I don't think Harrison Butker is
He's
the
been
same
injured
right
a lot
now.
this season.
Yeah,
So
I'm
how
saying
do
like
we-
his
sorry.
He's not playing
his
the same.
distance right now is not what it usually is. Like his max like field goal
Oh yeah.
distance. Like I think it has to be a little
A lot
shorter.
of kickers that were great last year are struggling this year.
Yeah, kicking. I mean, besides Brandon Aubrey and Fairbairn
And
and Boswell,
yeah,
like
those
every
are-
other kicker has not had a great year.
yeah.
Like the two, like usually the two best, or Justin Tucker missed 10 plus.
Jake Elliott.
Jake Elliott missed a bunch.
He used to be Mr. Reliable when it came to being a kicker.
You know what I just saw? He's 30 years old.
Jake Elliott?
Yeah,
Yeah.
I didn't know he was that old. Like I didn't realize that.
It's
but
crazy.
anyway, that was off topic. But
But yeah,
Yeah,
I was gonna ask, how did you guys? I know we all had media talks the whole weekend. Everybody for the aftermath of this game was just mostly talking about all the late calls and bad calls from the refs in this game, and so basically, like, how did you guys feel about the calls that were made this past weekend, at least for that game specifically?
I liked what Joe Buck had to say about it when he was talking about with Patrick Mahomes trying to like draw fouls.
I thought that was Troy Aikman.
But that was Troy Aikman. I thought it was Joe Buck.
Troy Aikman like basically went off about that stuff.
But still, it made sense what he was saying. It basically was trying to say like how it makes sense why he's trying to draw fouls. They're going to give him the foul.
I mean, he's doing what he's supposed to do.
You're as a quarterback, you got to do whatever it takes to win. And if they're going to keep giving you easy like yards,
Yeah,
you're going to take it from the team.
yeah. Patrick Mahomes isn't dumb. Like he knows
Yeah.
that like if he does these things, he's going to get the calls. So like he's just being a smart player.
I think there's just
In
some
that
people that are
aspect.
just like, if you're going to play Kansas City, especially with the Bills now going to play Kansas City next week,
You got to play like
you're playing the Kansas City Chiefs and you're playing the ref. You're playing both.
Yeah, it's rough.
At some certain points, because even C.J. Stroud said it, Joe Mixon said it, even D'Amico Ryan said it. Like when you're playing the Chiefs, that's just what's gonna happen.
do you
and I
think-
also would say that
sorry.
like all those like C.J. Stroud and Joe Mixon having their take on that. I don't know how I feel about it, only
was
because
gonna ask.
I think we as fans could say something about it.
Bro, you
but
literally just took my
players,
question out of my mouth.
You kind of take it out. Oh, sorry. Did you want to?
Yeah, I was literally gonna
My
ask
bad.
like, how
My
do you
bad.
guys feel about like players saying that?
They shouldn't say it.
I think it's funny when some say it. It's
I've
But that's something you should keep to yourself. You shouldn't be saying that. Like,
Yeah.
media will take that and use that and run with it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
like I
So-
understand. Like they're so like you just competed in an NFL playoff game. You got all those calls against you. You're probably extremely frustrated,
Yes, I would be.
and you're just like, what are we supposed to do? Like that stuff helping them with that, like all those calls, that just puts us at a disadvantage that we can't control. Like, cause like did you see the one where? Or the
I
one
think the
with
Patrick
Will
Mahomes-
Anderson.
Oh yeah, that was bad.
oh
That was.
That he didn't hit him in the head.
No,
Yeah.
and then
He hit him in
also
the shoulder.
and then also Patrick Mahomes slowing
the
down.
flop?
So
Oh my
so
God.
Toto
Wait.
like pushes him out of bounds. To
What
flop.
about the one like where they both
crazy.
flew over him and hit
Oh
each
yeah,
other?
that was stupid
was-
That
too.
was also stupid.
They
Where
got
they
hit more
literally
than-
hit the Texans players literally hit each other more. Like they barely
can't-
touched Mahomes.
I think the
And
bottom.
he slid so late.
Yeah, I think the bottom line
That's
for
what they
this
got mad at
game.
Kenny Pickett for.
Yeah, I think
Yeah.
the bottom line for this game, I think it's important. Like, the Bills just have to play clean football, and I think that's like
If Josh
you
Allen
can't
can put
you,
up a lot
you
of points,
can't
they have a shot.
do. You can't over pursue
Yeah.
the quarterback. You can't over pursue Patrick Mahomes because most likely they're gonna call you out for it, or the refs are gonna call you out for it. And so
I
yeah,
think if you're gonna win against the Chiefs, you have to win on the offensive side, not the defensive side.
yeah.
Because if you're relying on defense, you're not gonna get anywhere.
Mm-hmm.
Which is why I feel like they can, because they've already beaten them.
we'll get to the Bills Ravens game obviously, but like we know where that's gonna go to with that.
Yeah.
Anything else with the Kansas City Texans game before we move
No.
on? No. All right.
Oh, real quick, did you see that hip drop one too that didn't get called?
The one on
Dalton Schultz?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
That was wild too.
That's literally the
He's gonna get fined.
pure
Definition of a hip.
definition
Probably
of
gonna
a
get
hip drop.
He's probably gonna get fined for it.
Most likely.
Like,
But
then
Because that's
don't-
what they go
like,
back and do.
My thing is, then don't make the rule.
That was the dumbest rule.
Like, don't make it a rule.
It was kind of funny how I remember talking at the beginning of the season about the hip drop tackle.
We
it
did
was
talk
like it was
about
like
that.
how it's gonna like change everything. It's gonna make everything. It's gonna make you unbeatable. But it was really never called.
but they didn't really call
Like,
it as
we
much
didn't-
as we thought.
Yeah.
They
They didn't call it at all.
as much as
I
we
don't-
thought.
I think it may have been
the
called
only
one
one that
time.
the only one we saw was the Bucks Ravens game that we saw that you saw the tackle, you saw the penalty, and you saw the fine for that.
Yeah,
Was
c-
the-
it was
That's
real
the
quiet.
only
It
time.
was when
That's the only time I really saw
Was
it.
that
There
against?
probably
Was
were
that
like
when
it was
he got
when
hurt?
Godwin
yeah, I think that's
dislocated
when
his
Dallin,
ankle.
Yeah, Dallin got his season-ending injury.
Okay, so basically, if you want the call, get a season-ending injury.
yep,
Yeah,
there you
that's why they
There
made
it
the
is.
rule, because last year
Yeah, but
Mark
it's supposed to
Andrews had
prevent
that happen.
go. Sorry.
Oh, because last
Sorry.
year Mark Andrews had that happen to him against the Bengals,
Oh, I'm not
and then he was
disagreeing.
out till the
I'm
AFC
saying it should
Championship.
be.
No, I'm saying that's why they made it
No,
a
I'm
rule.
with- yeah,
It should
I'm
be
with you.
called so it doesn't happen, not called
Yeah.
because it happened.
Yeah, I got you.
Texans, you tried. You put up a good fight. You just gotta try again next year. This is the
Yeah,
Chiefs.
you just
what can you do?
They were, and they're,
Luckily
can you
enough,
really
you're
do?
in such a bad division where you can just keep trying every year.
yeah, they're probably
That
they're
is
going
true.
to win the division next year. They're going to be in the 4 seed
Unless
again,
the Jags
probably.
somehow get better, but who knows?
They
who
could
knows?
get Travis Hunter.
Who knows? It depends on how they do this draft, so who knows? But yeah.
But
All right.
they also their O line is terrible. They gave up 8 sacks
You
in that
ready?
game. Yeah, I'm done.
You ready? Because you about to talk about the Commanders.
Yeah.
We about to talk about the Commanders
He
Lions
doesn't
game.
mind talking about the
I'm
Commanders
ready.
Lions.
I know he isn't. I'm just trying to make sure he's good. All right. You want to do Commanders first? Or you want to hear Lions first? You want to
Let's
talk
hear the
about the
Lions.
bad? Or you want to talk about the good?
We'll
Lions.
end with the good.
We'll end with the good.
We'll
All right,
end with
so
the
we'll start with the
positive.
bad. Injuries, your excuse again. We've seen you win with them. So
True.
that's basically them saying, like, you can't really give the excuse that the defense had injuries because you've been dealing with it most of the season and you still produced
you
well.
can't say you didn't have Aiden Hutchinson. You haven't had him since week 6.
Yep.
It's not like you just had. Like,
Yeah,
And even then, without Aiden Hutchinson, they were still producing defensively.
we also lost our offensive guard in that game.
Sam Cosmi. Yeah, was
Yep.
it ACL?
Yep, get better soon.
Oh yeah, where's
That
ACL?
Where's
is
ACL?
unfortunate.
Which
I didn't know
his
what happened
backup
to
did
him.
amazing, I gotta
Yeah.
say.
Yeah. I mean,
Let's hope he does the same thing against the Eagles, but we shall see.
I can't say how he's gonna do. I can
Yeah.
just say how he did.
Yeah, exactly.
like I understand, like, because they have like I think they had like 13 defensive players on IR. Like I get like that
It
you were
sucks.
like that you were very
I'm not gonna
injured,
not
and
say
that doesn't help. Like obviously that's gonna affect their defense. And
I mean, Jonathan Allen was out for a good bit of the year.
We didn't get. He went out the week before the Bears,
Yep.
and then
You didn't have him until that last week? Or the week?
last week.
Yeah.
No, 2 weeks ago. Because
2
he
weeks
came
ago.
back
Yep,
against
you're right.
the Eagles.
You're right.
But
was
yeah,
regular
I get that part, and it's tough because you lost
That's not too.
so many players,
That was long.
Yeah, no,
and their defense, like, once you get down to like third, fourth string guys,
yeah.
it's
be fair,
gonna
they
be
did trade
tough,
for a few guys.
especially in the playoffs.
And also, didn't they lose another defensive player in that game? Was
Yeah,
it Robertson?
Yeah, I saw
Yeah.
that injury.
Yeah, that
I
was-
think
jeez.
he said dislocated.
oh
his
yeah, he like
elbow.
that or his shoulder,
I thought he broke his
bad.
arm. Honestly,
because like he couldn't move his arm.
No.
And I think Terry Arnold left that game too.
No,
He didn't?
No.
He did. He
That was,
he
like-
did
Which
for like
game, which game am I
momentarily.
thinking of?
That was 2 weeks ago, I
Oh, that
think.
was the Vikings game. You're right.
Hey, I love Jaden Daniels though. Going over checking out like.
Yeah.
One of the guys.
But
from
also
the
we
Lions
also
started.
gotta talk about the elephant in the room. Jared Goff, what the heck were you doing?
You think
I'm
he got
sorry.
hit in the head?
I
a
gotta
lot?
look at the camera.
That was terrible.
Jared Goff, what the heck were you doing
What do
on
you have?
Saturday?
3 picks and a
Three.
fumble?
What the?
3 picks.
Let me go check his stats
Did
real
he
quick. Let me go
I think
check
he had
his
3
stats
picks.
real
And
quick.
he had 4 turnovers.
Okay, he went 23 for 40, 313 yards, 1 touchdown, 3 interceptions,
And one was a pick 6.
and 1 was a pick 6. Their only bright spot was Jahmyr Gibbs had 105 yards on the ground and 2 tutties, and Amon St. Brown had 8 receptions, 137 yards.
Dude, Teddy Bridgewater though.
Like, they...
And also, Sam Laporta had a crazy touchdown. Like, that one-handed
No,
catch
no,
that he
that
had.
was sick.
Insane.
That was sick.
I was in a group chat with a bunch
That
of my
was
friends.
crazy.
We
I'm
were,
like, did
all
he
talking-
catch that?
Oh, my
We were talking about the game,
gosh.
and one of my friends is a Lions fan. I like first I was like,
But also, you have to think about it. Like, at that
Great.
point of the game, it was going back and forth.
it was.
Like, at that point of the game, was like, oh, the Lions just scored. Oh, they might get back into this football game. And then after the second half, you just saw
we were
them-
up by 10 at that
10.
time.
I know,
Yeah.
but they were trying to claw their way back, and they had the point where
Yeah,
they could
no, 'cause
have
they-
kept riding that momentum.
I think then we went down for touchdown and then
Yep.
the pick 6.
And then it just
Yeah, because
it
then
just went on from there.
for a while it was like
Then
they
two
had a
more.
10-point lead. The Lions cut it to 3. 10-point lead, cut it to 3, and then they scored pick 6.
Basically,
And
that whole game was just like the
Is-
defense just could not stop the Commanders at all, point blank. Period. They could do anything they want on that field, and you can't really blame it on the weather too, because it was like 75 degrees in that dome.
It's inside.
Like you
Yeah.
cannot blame it on
there's
the weather
literally
conditions.
no weather
nothing.
conditions that
No,
could
no, you
possibly
cannot.
be
you miss a kick,
an
no
excuse.
excuse.
No.
Which we did, but like
Yeah.
we won.
Yeah, it's a different thing.
But
But
you guys made up for a missed kick.
yeah.
Yeah,
So-
with a pick the next play. Not
So
the next
it's
play,
just-
like that possession. That
So
was-
now, like,
Oh.
the Lions going into the off. Sorry, I'll let
Okay.
you speak in a second.
Yeah, sorry.
Oh yeah, they're
The Lions now
This
going
can be
into
rough.
the off season. Now you're probably thinking, is Jared Goff really the future of this team, or should we just should
Okay,
we
I got
pick
a
up
question.
somebody else?
I got a question.
Because I think that's a conversation they have to have.
Do you think the Lions can win a Super Bowl with Jared Goff? Not get to one.
He's-
Do you think they can win a Super
See, the
Bowl?
thing is, he's
Yes.
made it to a Super Bowl before.
But they lost. I'm
That's
saying, can
true.
they win?
But I'm saying he made it there.
I'm just saying, if the
Can
curse
they
is
win,
real,
though?
I feel very good about the Commanders.
yeah.
You know the curse of your first Super Bowl.
Oh yeah. If you lose it, you never
Never
go back.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know. I think Jared Goff is a competent quarterback. He knows how to play in this league well. It's you get into those situations and he's been in those situations multiple times in his career, not only with the Rams but also with the Lions, especially the past season where they made it all the way to the AFC Championship game and then wet the bed against the Niners. But even with that being said,
They should have
like,
won that game.
yeah, but they just the second half they just got destroyed.
Yeah, they got.
So
That was bad.
you really have to like go into it thinking you go into it thinking Jared Goff has been in those situations, he should be able to perform, but you saw this past Sunday could not perform. But also the defense was in shambles, and so they couldn't stop the Commanders, and so
Bro, they could not figure out that zone read.
it was just so much. There was so much that you could say to blame it on the defense or blame it on Jared Goff, but like I think it's just tough to.
That's
it's
literally
tough to
why
say.
they lost. Their defense couldn't stop the zone read, or like anything they were
Yeah,
doing.
Brian Robinson looked
And
amazing.
Jared Goff was terrible.
Yeah, I'll talk about this later, but yeah, it's
Like you can put up like the Lions put up a lot of yards, but like when it gets to the playoffs, they don't finish the game.
I was talking to my parents about this. There was a shot about if Goff could be out when he got hit in the head.
Oh my gosh, Louisville lit him
Lit
up.
him
He got lit up, but like
That should have been a penalty.
It should have been, but guess what?
Another bad call from this
I'm gonna
weekend.
say. Well,
I'm just saying. I'm not saying
there
like,
were-
oh, I'm complaining about it. That it wasn't.
Sounds like you are.
There's a bunch of like
He got lit up.
Jalen Hurts got pushed out of bounds a lot when he was already out. He got shoved. There was
That
a lot of
was.
stuff.
I know what you're talking about. That wasn't a
It happened
penalty.
a few times, so I'm saying like
He could say this
missed
is
calls on both
quarterback.
sides.
No, I'm not saying like, oh, it should have been a
It's-
call. I'm complaining about
it
not
wasn't
the
as
call.
bad of a
Okay.
like.
Bro, he hit him in the
cheating.
freaking
Alright.
mouth.
We're
But that's
focusing.
not what
We're
I'm saying.
focusing too much on the negative.
So I was trying to say when I saw when Teddy was going to go in, I was nervous, not because I think Teddy's better than Goff, but because I knew they would run more, and they were running us Like we could not stop their run
But
game.
also,
But they they decided to pass.
I would
and
be
that's what
scared
killed
about
them.
Terry Bradshaw being on the field because of what happened the last time when he got a concussion. Because that was scary. You remember that?
You mean Bridgewater?
Teddy Bridgewater.
It was Teddy Bridgewater. Yeah.
You said
He's the backup.
Bradshaw.
No, I said-
You said Terry Bradshaw.
You said Terry
I said
Bradshaw.
Bridgewater, but you know what?
We'll run it back.
Whatever.
Yeah, we'll run the clip.
Whatever
You
y'all
said-
want to say.
I'm just saying. I was
I was like, I had to
I
go
was
back
like,
to the
what?
70s now.
No, but
It's like
y'all
Terry
remember
Bradshaw.
Terry Bridgewater's.
Yeah, he was good. Like
Yeah.
8
He was-
years ago.
He was out though. Remember that concussion? He was out like a light.
Yeah.
When he got
yeah.
hit, he was out like a light.
He also literally tore everything in his
We're
knee.
focusing too much on the negative. Let's talk about the Commanders. Let's go on the positive side. Wetzel's perspective said Daniels is not a rookie. He's played like a vet for a while. Agree, disagree?
He had a little. I'm not.
had one game.
He had 3-game stretch where he didn't look as good as he did the rest of the year. Besides that, he looks like he's been in the league for a long time.
I saw like a lot for a while. We were talking about like how we couldn't play against like good teams, and it's looking like the last few weeks we played against the Eagles.
Beat them.
Yeah,
Beat
you've
them.
peaked at the right time.
The Lions beat them.
Beat them.
The Buccaneers beat them. All 3 great teams.
Yeah, I'm not.
Three great offenses.
Yeah, I'm not disagreeing.
Teams. Just
Yeah, offenses. But
Yeah.
it's like you're
Well,
going up
Bucks
against the
defense
Eagles.
isn't
You got
great.
Jalen Hurts and Saquon Barkley, which y'all stopped the defense. The Bucks had Baker Mayfield and Mike Evans, and y'all stopped them, and Rashad White and Bucky Irving. And then you had the Lions, which had that dynamic squad. So yeah, I
Yeah.
see where that logic's coming from. But yeah,
Do you think they can win a Super Bowl? Honestly, this year.
this year.
they have a mighty good chance.
I never know anymore.
It's
As a fan.
like
Honestly, you got to answer honest. Not just because
Here's
Michael's
the
a
thing.
Commanders
I
fan.
thought the Lions were gonna smoke them. Here we are. Now they're going to the NFC Championship game against the Eagles. It's like, I don't know.
I didn't think we were going to beat the Lions.
If they stop the Eagles, if they
glad we
stop Saquon Barkley,
We stopped. Yeah.
I don't know. But if you
Yeah.
want me to give you an honest answer, probably not. Because if they have to go against Josh Allen or Patrick Mahomes, I don't see you winning that game.
Here's what
in my
here's-
honest opinion.
If we win, here's going to be the reason why. Because we're going to be the most, like, I feel like we're just the most relaxed team in this whole thing because there's no stress in that locker room.
Well, yeah.
Daniels has
No
no
one,
stress.
no one
I'm
expected
like,
you guys
that's
to
what I'm
be
saying.
here.
But it's such a blessing for that. Like,
Yeah.
it's
Yeah.
It probably makes it a lot
But can we
easier, a lot
can
more
we
fun.
talk about that Terry McLaurin 58-yard touchdown pass?
there's that. But just Jaden Daniels in general, I don't think he's understood the word stress in his whole life. The man
I
was
mean,
just,
probably at Arizona State, but
I saw like he just
because they
always-
they literally were trying to get him off the team.
no.
Besides
That
that,
sucks.
probably not.
Insane though.
But yeah, like he's always from what I've seen the footage, she's
Oh, I also this is related, but
Go ahead.
I saw that when Jaden Daniels was getting drafted, that his team said like that if whoever drafts him has to have like the virtual VR headset that he had at LSU because it helps him like he sees everything in 1.75 like times speed. So he sees everything like he's training his mind
to see things
to
faster,
see
yeah.
everything like almost twice as fast as everyone
So
else.
that when he's on the field,
So when
everything slows
he's
down.
when he's playing in a game,
Everything's so much
it's
slower.
like in slow motion
Dude,
because he's training in double the speed.
Also, y'all don't want to tell me Diana
Checkers
Brown's
not-
not good.
checkers not chess.
And he gets like
Y'all don't want to tell
Chess
me.
not checkers. I don't know
You really telling me Diana Brown's not good?
what.
no one
6
said that.
reception, 98 yards.
No one said that.
Goodness gracious.
I never said that once. I said he.
Who
I
said
never said anything about it.
De'Ami Brown was bad?
Y'all got mad at me because I said he's a wide receiver too.
Yes, in the ultimate team we were.
No, not
We
the
were
ultimate team. Not the
doing-
ultimate team. On their team, on the Commanders team. He's a
Who
good
said
wide
that?
receiver too.
I never said that.
I said
I
it,
don't
and
know who
y'all
are-
and y'all
I
had
never said anything.
gripes
I just
the
I don't know
same
who
with
he's.
me.
I
I
just
would
don't know
not
who it is.
disagree with that.
Okay.
For
Just wanna
that
make
team,
sure.
he's a very good wide receiver too.
Just want to make sure.
I did see. I forget who it was talking about that Jaden Daniels is the best rookie in sports since Magic Johnson.
I don't know how to.
That's tough to say.
I don't know how to like take that.
I didn't either.
That's tough to
I'm
say.
trying to
Like,
figure
I
out
don't know
who
how
said
to
it.
like
And that's also
comprehend
just
that.
because we didn't see Magic Johnson
He won an
play.
NBA championship.
No, we didn't see him play.
And it's basketball,
we're
football.
watching Jaden Daniels play football.
I'm not saying.
We didn't
I'm not saying this.
see
I just saw
Magic Johnson play
I
basketball.
got another question for you guys. Do you think?
That's a crazy statement.
Yeah, it is.
Do you think?
I don't know how I feel about it, but
Sorry, go
sorry.
ahead.
Do you think this is the best rookie quarterback season of all time?
Well, statistically, yes.
Do you think it was better than CJ's? Or RG3's or Andrew Luck or Cam Newton?
I'd say CJ Stroud probably has more passing yards, but
No.
he didn't have the success that
No,
Jaden
he
Daniels
did.
is having right now.
He had more
Jane Daniels has the record
yards.
for most yards as a rookie.
total yards.
Yeah, sorry, that's what I meant.
Yeah, no, I got
Because
you.
CJ's not a runner.
He's not.
So
I can-
CJ had more passing yards and less picks.
hmm
I think he had like 5.
I'm gonna look it up.
But
I think when you talk about
that you've ever
when
seen.
you talk about the Texans,
Best rookie I've ever seen.
That
He's better
team-
than RG3.
that
Better than
team
Andrew Luck.
last year, nobody expected them to do as good as they were. But we knew like once they got to the playoffs, like it was gonna be a done deal. The Commanders, on the other hand,
And it was a done deal.
yeah, that wasn't a done deal. Yeah, Commanders, on the other hand,
Wait,
they were
who?
four-win team last year.
Wait, who?
Huh?
Who was a done deal?
They were a
The
done
Texans,
deal.
because you beat them in the playoffs.
Oh, well, yeah, but I mean, they beat the Browns. They won a playoff game.
Browns was a fluke, in my opinion, but I won't talk about that one.
I mean, a lot of people were
Yeah.
picking the Browns considering how they were playing with Joe Flacco.
Well, I didn't, and look what I turned out.
I'm just saying,
Yeah,
like, they won a playoff game against a team that was playing well.
He had less touchdowns now.
But yeah, let me finish what I'm saying. So Commanders, on the other hand, 4-win team last year. You get Dan Quinn. You get you know what your new owner's name is?
We have it's a
Jim Harris.
it's-
Josh Harris.
Josh Harris,
Josh
Magic
Harris.
Johnson, and I believe there's someone
Yeah.
else. But like,
So they get new people
Yeah.
in the front office. You get Dan Quinn. You pick up Jaden Daniels in the draft, and now the Commanders team is in the NFC Championship game, which nobody expected them to be at this point. I don't think he expected at this point.
I expected the playoffs.
He expected divisional round and then probably a stinker loss, which was like what we all thought.
I thought
but
they were going to lose to the Bucks.
I thought they were gonna be out to the Lions. Because
Well, once they beat the Bucks, I'm like, there's no way they're beating the Lions.
Exactly, and now look where we are.
And now
So-
we look stupid.
So I think Jaden Daniels has had a better rookie season in my opinion because I just think what he's doing out there on the field is just
mean,
beyond what CJ Stroud was doing last year.
Cam had 4,051 yards, 21 touchdowns, 17 picks, and 706 rushing yards and 14 touchdowns on the ground. So, in my opinion, Jay Daniels has had the best rookie season I've ever seen for a quarterback.
Yes, man.
Like he looks like he's been in the league for 5 years.
And if you really think about it, this will be the worst team that Jaden Daniels will be playing on.
Yeah.
This will be the
Ever.
worst. This will be the worst team Jaden Daniels will play on.
We're gonna just
Ever.
having him is gonna make
Keep it a
so.
buck.
I keep on seeing
Keep it a
people
buck.
post Jaden Daniels like saying they want to come play with him.
I mean, there's gonna be a bunch of players that will.
Interest has gone up
want
on the
to.
Commanders.
Micah Parsons actually might want to go to the Commanders.
If we do this, we might get him.
You might get Micah.
Because
So-
they have the
Anything else?
money and they
Sorry.
have they're so young
Yeah, they do.
that like their window hasn't even like started yet really. Because no one really thought they were
Super
gonna
Bowl
do
window
this.
has
Yeah.
officially been
But hey.
opened in one season.
Congrats.
Thank you.
Congrats on making it. Enjoy this. I don't know how it's gonna happen. I don't know what's gonna happen next week, but enjoy the ride because
Like I said,
Man.
this is what I said last week.
if you're a Commanders fan, what a time to be alive.
I said this last
What
week
a
when it came to the
time.
Lions game. I said I don't really care what happens because I'm enjoying where I am right now. We are
What
winning.
a time to be alive.
We're in the playoffs. I've never even seen this.
NFC
Bro,
Championship.
you made it to the championship
No, this
game.
I said going into last week.
Conference Championship game is big.
That's what I was saying to
crazy.
myself. Like
Yeah, but Conference Championship game now is big. That's big.
Bro, with your rookie quarterback.
Yeah.
two things. If we win, I get to two. There's two reasons why this is gonna be the most exciting week. If we win,
Why?
get to see my team go to a Super Bowl, and we just
Crazy.
keep the Eagles out of a Super Bowl.
Mmm. The rivalry does add a little spice to it. So I mean, I get
There's
it.
always like it's yeah.
But like divisional to go to the Super
Oh, that's
Bowl,
what I'm
you
saying.
beat
but,
your
like,
divisional
that's what I'm talking about
rival.
with division.
Yeah.
Oh,
Insane.
I saw something on Instagram. It was like
If this thing keeps turning off, we're gonna have.
the last
It's just
I think it was like the last time the Eagles lost was to the Commanders, or the last team to beat the Eagles was the Commanders, and the last team to beat the Chiefs was the Bills. And it's like that's the last like 4 teams.
So do we want it? Do we want it to be a Bills Commander Super Bowl?
It'd be a rematch of 1992.
That would be a tough. That'd be a
I
tough
have
matchup.
my picks, but I'm gonna save those.
Yeah, we'll save those for later. But goodness gracious, that'd be kind of funny. All right, Rams Eagles. Here we go. Sunday. What was it? 3:00 game.
Yeah.
Remember? I
3:00 game.
All
All right.
groggy.
We'll talk the Rams first, and then we'll get to the Eagles. Stafford's window is closing, but the future is wide open.
They could draft a quarterback and
Yeah,
reload.
because
Whatever
Stafford
quarterback gets drafted is going into a great situation.
Stafford he's contemplating retiring.
I think is it bad that I think he should have retired after he won the Super Bowl?
No.
He's done well, but
I mean,
that's a great way to
No.
end.
I said
Tom Brady
when you're an
it all
athlete in the
depends on your
NFL, you
will-
always
your
want to go for
willingness.
more.
No,
Like if you have the opportunity to go get another one, then why not? And if you still think you can play,
It's all about like if he wants to.
yeah.
Like if he wants to go through more like another season. Back to when he won the Super Bowl, I don't think he was even close to done.
Nah, I get it though.
He was like, it's great, but I keep aspiring for more.
Yeah,
Which,
it's just your willingness
since
to
we're
want
on this
to.
conversation, if Stafford does retire, is he a Hall of Famer?
Yes, he's at the.
Is he
he's at the
locked in,
he's
or
at-
is he just?
I think he is. He's got a Super Bowl. He's got
Okay.
the stats.
How do you feel?
I want to look at his stats,
Okay,
to be honest.
let's all look at his stats. We'll take a minute. Sorry, you about to have dead air here, but it's fine.
They won't. You'll just. cut it.
He's at
you just cut it.
59,809 yards, 377 touchdowns, 188 interceptions.
Yeah.
That's
91.2
It's not horrible.
passer rating.
2-time Pro Bowl, 1-time Super Bowl champion.
How many Pro Bowls?
2.
Hold on, I'm curious about some now.
he's on the Lions for a long time.
He was on the Lions for a very long time. Like a very,
They
very
didn't
long
have,
time.
they didn't have. No one voted him into the Pro Bowl.
No. And he had bad records, 2-8, 1-2. Like 2011, they went 10-6. Didn't make it far after that. 2014, 11-5 was like his best season ever because I think he had 4,000 yards that year. Actually, no, 2011 was his best because he had 5,000 yards that year, 41 touchdowns, 16 interceptions. Cooked. Only going 10-6 though, which is unfortunate. But that was before they had the 17 games, right?
What year?
2011.
Yeah, that was
Yeah.
way before.
It's way before.
Because they just
And
switched to
then-
17 games like 2 or 3
And then
years
he
ago.
went to the Rams in 2021.
21.
Went 12-5. I think that's when they won the Super Bowl, or was that?
It
Yeah,
was his first year.
yeah, it was 2021. And then I don't think he played a lot in 2022 because I think he got injured or something like that. Or am I wrong?
Which one?
What do I feel? That's 2022. Did he get injured that year?
Why? What are his stats?
It says yeah.
He broke his hand, I think.
Yeah, it says inactive week 9, then he played week 10, and then didn't play for the rest of the season.
I don't know.
I don't know what happened, but
I don't remember what happened.
I would consider him to be a Hall of Famer. I think for all the years he was in Detroit, it wasn't a great years that he was in Detroit, but he still produced numbers, especially when you have Calvin Johnson is his last name, Megatron, and you hope to get past that point, but they just never could get over the hump. Then he goes to the Rams, get Cooper Kupp, who that year was
Wait, what are his career yards?
59,000 something. Hold on. 59,809.
Okay. Would you guys consider Joe Flacco a Hall of Famer?
Not first ballot, but he could be.
Yeah, I don't think it's a lock, but it's definitely a conversation.
Because he has 45,000 passing yards, 257 touchdowns, and 162 picks. And a Super Bowl, and a Super Bowl MVP.
I'm saying he's.
I'm asking because
I'm-
Stafford
he
only has a
can.
Super Bowl.
He can, but I don't think he'll get in.
So
before
would you say Stafford's the first ballot?
I said before Stafford, then him.
So Stafford's the first ballot Hall
If
of
they both
Famer.
retired in the same year, it would be Stafford before him.
I'm just asking.
tough.
I don't care
That's
when they
tough.
retire.
That's tough to say.
Would Stafford be a first ballot
Yes.
Hall of Famer?
I'd probably say yes.
I don't know. It's just interesting because people don't even consider Joe Flacco a Hall of Famer, and they have relatively similar numbers
Yeah.
for their careers.
But like also when you do and like back to what we were talking about with this Rams team in general. So you got Matthew Stafford who might not be staying there very long. You also have Cooper Kupp who's now back in trade rumors after the offseason.
I don't think he's
so
gonna be
I
in
don't
LA.
know what that's gonna look like.
Bro, he's got a $30 million
apparently
cap hit.
Apparently the Steelers' name has been trickled in there with like a trade rumor. And I'm like I don't want to go through this again. So we shall
I
see.
mean, you guys need
But-
receivers.
No, we do.
Wouldn't hurt.
Wouldn't hurt. I'm not
As
saying
long
it
as you're not gonna. I know they're not gonna pay him $29 million
No, probably not.
a year.
No.
So he's gonna have to get willing to take less money because the Steelers ain't paying him that much for a dude that's like 30
I don't
and
know.
had injuries.
It's gonna be a tough road for the not tougher for the Rams. The Rams have a high ceiling. They're going to be fine. They have Puka. They have Kyron Williams. They have this great young defense. So this is not like it's
Oh my gosh,
the
Jared
end all
Verse?
be all. Yeah, Jared Verse went
Oh
absolutely.
my gosh,
nuts.
he's gonna win Defensive Rookie of the Year, and if you want to put something on him next year for winning Defensive Player of the Year,
Wouldn't be mad at it.
Not ridiculous.
probably have a pretty good chance of winning.
Yeah.
Dude.
How many total sacks did they have? I think it was.
I don't know.
I think it was
game?
close to 9.
Oh, that game.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I say 7 total.
7 sacks. Yeah,
not
and they
bad.
had 9 against the
They
Vikings.
had 9 against the Vikings. Yeah.
So they had 16 sacks in 2 games.
It's a very young defense. This defense could pull you through some games. So I think it's just if Matt Stafford does inevitably retire, the Rams front office just has to make sure they get the right guy to
Hey,
come in and
Would you
go
do
crazy.
this? Would you not draft a quarterback, get some other pieces in the draft, maybe in free agency, maybe get some more room and cap space by getting rid of Cup,
okay.
bringing a rookie in or something like that, and letting Jimmy Garoppolo play for a year? Get a better,
He's on the Rams?
Jimmy G.
get a better quarterback in next year's draft. Like you get, I don't know, I forget who else is in
I
there.
don't think that's crazy.
The only quarterback I could ever really think about being in the draft next year is just Archie Manning.
Apparently, it's
The guy
supposed
who-
to be way better than this year.
I think
Unless you want to do a project quarterback with like Jalen Milroe or something.
John
or
Miller.
Carson Beck if you really
He's
want
no,
if
he's
Carson Beck's
he's
going
going to
back to
Oh, yeah,
Miami.
he's going back to Miami. Why do I keep thinking Carson Beck's going in the draft? It's
Because you think he
losing
should.
my mind.
Or
No, I don't
or
think he
if you
should.
want to go
Like,
with like,
But
he's
everyone's
old.
been talking about that he should be.
or unless you want to like go get like a Quinn Ewers.
Quinn Ewers wouldn't be bad.
If he
Like-
drops that far,
He plays.
because the Rams don't have a high draft pick.
No, but I don't think. After Shador,
After
and
Shador
Cam
goes off the
Ward
board,
I
Yeah.
don't think a quarterback's going to go that high.
okay.
There might be others in the first round, like later, like
Mm-hmm.
20s, but not once you get like after like pick 2 probably.
Mhm.
You're not going to see a quarterback for a little bit.
Yeah.
Yeah, well,
All right, let's get to the Eagles. All right. Great teams can win on both sides. One is struggling. Oh well.
Yeah, I mean the passing
Defense
game,
is not struggling. The offense is.
yeah,
Nyeh.
the defense is it's
Nyeh.
self-explanatory.
passing.
Their passing game, I think it's good enough right now to win a Super Bowl because of their run game is so good, and their defense can shut down
Yeah,
anybody.
it's good. Barkley had 205 yards on the ground on Sunday.
Bro, he had 251 against or 250
Total.
against the Rams this year.
Yeah.
Wait, wouldn't that be? Didn't he have
400. He has
450?
450 yards against the
Yeah.
Rams, like
And-
rushing, just rushing.
Insane.
But yeah, I mean, I think their passing game is doing good enough to get a Super Bowl.
Do you think they're going to focus more on the passing game against the Commanders, or you think they're still just going to run heavy with Saquon Barkley?
Oh,
and
they're
hope for
gonna run
best?
the ball
They're gonna run
because their rush defense isn't great.
Okay.
I like our corners.
Like
against them.
statistically,
There's
it's not
receivers.
great. So they should run the ball
Marshawn
like
Lattimore and
crazy.
AJ Brown?
Yeah,
Yeah, that's what I thought.
So
and Sandstrom against Smith, which
It's a good workout.
because like
It's not bad.
he was
Could be
on.
worse.
He was on Reynolds and
Williams the whole night. Was he on Williams?
Yeah.
he was.
he had that pick against Williams.
Williams as well, but he did go on St. Brown too.
Oh, okay.
Because
But yeah, I mean, I
the
think
way.
they will be good enough to pass when they have to, and get the
Also-
necessary in the passing game, and
Yeah.
just run the ball like crazy. And their defense will shut
are we
anybody down.
concerned about Jalen Hurts' knee injury? Is that a concern? Do we think it's a concern?
Yes, if it doesn't get any better this week. If he feels the same way he
I can't
does,
disagree with that logic.
I
yeah,
can't
if
either.
if
No.
an injury gets better, it's gonna be better.
like,
but
because he was mobile enough after the knee injury to
can I be honest
get the
with you?
job done.
He was high as a kite after the game. Did you see his post game interview? They gave him
No.
the Patrick Mahomes drugs from the Super Bowl.
Okay, that was a strange.
He was
That said he was high.
he was not with it.
What is he on anesthesia?
I don't know what he was on, but he was.
I don't think
he
he's
made
on.
like six.
I don't think he was
No,
high.
Let him explain himself. Go ahead, explain yourself.
I'm letting him.
Explain
No, you're
yourself.
not.
Yes, I am.
He's still talking.
Because you're saying I'm not letting you. Just talk.
Alright. See, when we yell at each other, then we're not going to be able to talk. Go ahead, Michael. Explain yourself.
He was unable to compose a complete sentence after the game, but it was not because he was in pain. It was just because he was just mumbling in different directions. He kept on going
They definitely
Okay.
probably did put something. They definitely gave him
nothing
something
wrong.
so that he
Nothing-
didn't feel the
nothing
pain
illegal.
during the
I'm
game.
not saying he's on
which
it,
also
like
there
that,
is
but, like, he was,
adrenaline.
like-
High.
There is adrenaline that's also in there. So like by the time he's back on the field, like he's probably like, "Oh, my knee's fine." Like da 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 da. I'm gonna keep doing my thing. And then once the game's over, he's like, "Yeah, I'm in pain."
Give him that.
Yeah,
Give him a
they
stem shot.
give him a
Stem shot.
like a
But that's
numbing
just
thing.
what
That
happens
still
with
doesn't get you
football.
high.
That's just football.
I wasn't.
He's also what saying. That's what he
It
said
was
it
not a
looked
li-
like.
it was like
but
I
he
said.
doesn't know if he was high.
No way he was actually.
Yeah,
they were
there's
giving
no
him
And
that.
way.
I watched the presser. I thought he talked well. I mean, he doesn't want to
I didn't watch
he
it, so I
does
can
it
tell
every
you.
week.
I didn't watch it, so I can tell you.
Yeah.
Like he gives short answers.
All right. Anything else with the Eagles Rams game before we move on?
No,
No. All right.
not really.
Last game of the divisional round: Ravens Bills. You want to talk about the good? Or you want to talk about the bad?
Let's talk about the
I don't care.
good.
Talk about the good. Okay. Unfortunately, this guy doesn't have anything on the Bills, so I guess I have to talk about the Ravens. So we got to talk about the bad.
Okay.
That's unfortunate. We'll just bring up our own stuff about the Bills. That's fine.
Really nothing. Oh, the Bills are at the top.
Yeah, but it's talking about that matchup.
The
Not
Bills
about the
didn't
Bills.
turn the ball over. The Bills ran the ball well. The Bills got some turnovers. That's it. Next.
Enough said.
Yeah.
All right.
That's literally what happened.
AFC road games are war. You can't blame one or two individuals.
But that's what media does. So that's a lie.
So this is.
Are we blaming him?
No, I'm saying I'm not
We
saying.
are a
We are
media outlet.
going to be better than the media.
We are
Did
gonna be
I
better
did
than
I
them.
say us?
Yes.
No.
Michael,
I did
do
not.
you blame Lamar Jackson or Mark Andrews for what happened on Sunday?
It's 100% Marquette. No, sorry. It's 100% Lamar Jackson's fault.
Oh. Okay.
See, now he's just trying to make me mad.
Expound.
He's trying to make me mad
Explain
right
yourself.
now.
Explain yourself.
Doing
He's
too
trying
much.
to make me mad.
Huh? Doing too much?
He was doing too much.
He was doing too much. That's wild. That's to say that you said that.
I don't really care.
Nah.
No,
Well,
he's saying
hey,
that because he knows that will.
Well, that's also what
Do
Lamar
something.
Jackson said.
That's not what he said.
He said that he was doing too much.
You're
and he
twisted-
takes his blame off.
He said he had BS interception and a fumble.
You're twisting it a little bit. Not too much, but a little bit. I think what he was trying to say is that it's not all. He was trying to say it was not all on Mark Andrews.
Yeah.
Because he also had some mess ups.
And I'm
in that
agreeing
game.
with that.
And I think that's something to commend. That he was like, yeah, I messed up too. It's not just on Mark. Like everybody had their way, or not way, but like they had their
It's a team
mess
game.
ups that they lost the game. Like it
It's
wasn't
a
just
team
one
game.
individual person.
Mark
Yeah, I'm not
Andrews
gonna
and
lie.
Lamar.
I saw Nick Wright's rant about that game. About after the
Like, just
about
stop
that game.
talking. Like, if you're going to do that, stop talking, because
It
that's
was
what happens
something
every
else.
single time the Ravens lose or the Ravens lose in the playoffs. They go after Lamar Jackson, even if he doesn't play bad. Like, yes, he had 2 turnovers. Mark Andrews dropped 2 passes. He fumbled, and one of them was a game-tying
But he did
2-point
fumble the
conversion,
ball. I forgot about that.
Yeah,
which
he
was
did fumble
probably
the
going to
ball.
end up a touchdown because the Bills couldn't stop them on that drive.
Well, the 2-point
And also, if
conversion.
you really think about it, even though
The
he did have
2-point
those,
conversion was
he
right in
did
his
have those
chest.
interceptions early in the game, but then in the fourth quarter, he did help them get back to 2 points.
Yeah.
If it just wasn't for that failed 2-point conversion,
Lamar?
we would be talking about a different game because this game would have went to overtime.
Lamar,
For sure.
Josh Allen in overtime.
Lamar,
Yeah, exactly.
Lamar literally played a perfect second half.
He did.
So
I
like,
won't say no.
like I understand that you can't turn the ball over in the playoffs. It counts as double. I get that. Lamar on that pick, Bateman went. Lamar said that he didn't say this, but when you watch the video, Bateman he cut his route off instead of keeping upfield, which what Lamar thought he was going to do. So it looked like Lamar just completely overthrew him, threw a horrendously bad interception. If you watch the video, that's not what happened. So you can put that on Lamar a little bit. You can also put that on Bateman because he didn't run the route Lamar thought he was going to run. But
turn that phone off.
there's one last thing that I want to talk about that kind of bothered me a lot when I saw it.
Uh-oh.
That Mark Andrews was receiving death threats.
Yeah, that's.
Which is type crazy. Should not be doing that. Should not be doing that.
I'm
football.
as passionate of a fan that is you guys obviously know how passionate I am about this
talk
team.
to you about that Ravens-Bills game until today.
You know how much
That's how much we were we don't
I
want to
care
talk
about
to you.
this team. So and I'm never gonna do that. Why?
I don't think you would.
Why would
That'd
you
be
send?
insane.
Why were you sending death threats to a dude that messed up in a football game? Yes, I'm as passionate as anybody, but I'm you gotta understand this is football.
Can I play devil's advocate for a second? I'm sorry I said the word devil.
I mean, that's the.
I know that's
saying.
that's the saying, but I think, and I'm not trying to justify what they're doing. I'm not justifying it at all. That was horrible. We should not be calling death threats on a player because he messed up on a catch. The best players in the world do that all the time. It's unnecessary. It's pointless. But for the expectation of the Ravens team, and I
Yes, he
think to
messed up.
lose like that, you could see why people are frustrated and why they're putting their energy out in that way. Should it have gone that way? They should have had death threats to Mark Andrews? Absolutely not.
And his girlfriend?
Absolutely not.
No.
That is
Had nothing to
unnecessary.
do-
Had nothing to do with the game.
Yeah,
but you're calling it around like
especially
that.
her. Leave
That's
her out of
wild.
it, bro.
That's not something we should be
That's
doing.
disgusting.
But I can understand where it was coming from because this was the year. You get Derrick
Yeah.
Henry. This defense got better in the second half of the season. Lamar Jackson is playing the best football that he's played, and you're like, this is it. This is the time.
I gotta
We're going
say,
to the Super Bowl.
If that's how they reacted, if the Eagles lose, I don't even want to know what they're gonna do.
I don't
Yeah,
wanna
bro.
think
I
about it.
fully expected this team to get to the Super Bowl and win a Super Bowl this year. I thought this was definitely a year that they won the Super Bowl.
Or at
but-
least a Super Bowl appearance.
But the thing I
least.
realized
At least,
is,
yeah.
and I told him and Amanda that
Yeah.
last night.
Shout out, man.
Yeah.
We just name
Sorry.
dropped her on the VOD. Sorry about that.
Yeah, too late. I can't take it
You're
back
Your name
now.
Stop
dropped.
it.
Sorry.
But I said that it's fine. I understand. Yes, it hurts. Yes, it sucks. Yes, it's probably gonna sting for a while. But
Does this hurt more than the AFC Championship game?
yeah,
Dang.
because we should have been in the AFC Championship game.
Oh. But y'all, if you saw this man after the AFC Championship game, you don't understand. That hurt.
I'd rather lose in the Super Bowl than lose in a divisional round.
That's just it.
Anyone would. But anyway,
I hope they make it there, but I had to go past.
I was
history.
saying that
I'm in either way.
Yeah.
I was saying that
I'm just happy to be.
like it's like I'm over it. Like it's fine. Like yes, it sucks. It hurts,
Fine.
but I'm fine with the result.
I'm fine.
Can we
No,
get
like I'm being honest. I'm fine.
No, we got you.
Like I'm
Sorry.
being, like I'm actually fine with the result because I
Play the
understand.
violin.
I understand that this is not their time to win a Super Bowl.
And also, let's just keep it a buck.
Like, it's not in God's-
Lamar's gonna get one. It's
Like,
inevitable.
it's-
He's going to be in a Super Bowl.
No,
It
but-
is inevitable.
But I said that it's not God's time for him to win a Super Bowl.
Did you see the video I sent you earlier?
yes.
Okay, is everyone just gonna?
That's what.
That was.
No, we were listening to you. We were listening
It was
to
about
you.
what you're talking about.
It's literally what you were talking about. It was literally what you were talking about.
Okay, just
No,
keep
exactly what
going.
you were talking about. No, what was with the Mark Andrews thing though? Because you were gonna bring something else up about that.
Well, I was trying to finish my.
Okay,
what
go
I
ahead.
was finishing
Go
with
ahead.
was that it's not. Why are you huffing and puffing at me?
Don't worry about
Sorry,
it. Just
I saw
say what you
something
want to say.
I was gonna say that it's not like I was realized that it's like it's not God's time for him to win a Super Bowl, and everything happens in God's time, and He doesn't make a mistake, and it's
Yeah.
God's plan when stuff happens.
And the thing
if
is,
stuff
the
happens.
thing is,
so
and-
it's not their time to win a Super Bowl.
Ravens fans, be encouraged. Lamar Jackson, as good as a player as he is,
Or
he
has
will
been.
be in a Super Bowl. There's no way this man will not make it to a Super Bowl in his career. If he doesn't, there's a problem. But he's going to make it to a Super Bowl. It's going to happen.
Yeah.
So I don't think this is something where it's like the season is over. We're cooked. We're not like we need to wipe clean.
Yeah, get rid of John Harbaugh.
No,
Like,
we're not doing
shut
that.
up with the John Harbaugh stuff.
What
We're not
you
firing
guys
him.
are going to do is go into this offseason. Hopefully,
Who are you gonna get?
Did you re-sign Derrick Henry for? Are you signed him for 2 years?
Yeah.
Yeah. So you're gonna have Derrick Henry back for another season.
And who knows if he's playing well enough and he wants to keep going, we might give him another
You might
one.
pick up some studs
I don't see
in
why
the
not.
draft, so you don't even know.
Like
how
it
that's
just
gonna
depends
look.
if he wants to retire or.
And Lamar Jackson's
crazy.
only gonna get better.
I haven't even
Isaiah
thought about that.
Likely-
No. I haven't even thought about that getting close to
Shout
that.
out Isaiah Likely. Isaiah Likely's only gonna get better as a tight end. So like, who knows what he's gonna look like next season? So he's gonna be amazing. You have Zay Flowers back. That like.
Maybe smaller shoes.
You literally just need to be encouraged that you guys will Lamar, the Ravens, the Baltimore Ravens as a team will make the Super Bowl. It's going to happen.
I also saw
It's just
something.
unfortunate, and I said this earlier when I was talking to somebody else. It's just unfortunate that it had to be Josh Allen and Lamar Jackson to play against each other to go to the AFC Championship
Yeah.
game. If
Whoever-
it was anybody, if it was Lamar and Patrick Mahomes, and it was something else that happened,
Yeah.
and they have to go. That's a different story. It's Patrick freaking Mahomes.
People would have been like, "Oh, he lost to Mahomes.
Exactly.
It's whatever."
But like when it's Josh Allen and Lamar, like both of these guys
Yeah.
deserve to be in the AFC Championship game.
it's completely
And you
different
literally saw him
storyline.
at the end of the game. He went to go find Lamar first.
Yeah, he literally
He
went
literally
right up to
ran
him.
to Lamar, and Lamar was literally smiling at him like, "Bro, good job. Like,
He
go do your thing next week. Blah blah blah," and headed out.
He literally said, "Go win something, MVP, a Super Bowl."
Exactly.
Like he said, he wants him to be successful, which just proves how good of a person and leader that Lamar is.
And
I
Josh.
saw
Both
some
of them.
Yeah,
news.
both of them.
So
But-
what?
Josh
Do you want me to-
McDaniels.
Oh, he's the Patriots OC.
Yeah.
Do you want me to
Yeah.
finish what I
Yeah,
about
go ahead.
this?
Finish what you were saying. Sorry.
Well,
Back to the Mark
obviously
Andrews stuff.
like what we just said, Mark Andrews had death threats, and apparently his girlfriend did too. Didn't know that part, but that's even worse. But so the Bills fans started a GoFundMe and raised over $10,000 for his charity supporting juveniles with diabetes. So
Bills Mafia. Back at it again.
some
Come on.
good job.
Come on. Come on.
That's-
That's
That's great.
That's a great
awesome.
fan base. That's just a great fan base. I told you, the Bills is a great fan base. One of the best fan bases in football.
Trust me, Bills fans they're gonna like.
And now
Something
that just
later
gives me more hype. Cause
Yeah.
like if there's any team that I want to go to that Super Bowl and win it all, it's the Bills.
Well, I got another team, but I would like to see them
but
there.
I would love to see them there.
Yeah.
Like they need to get there because it's like
Well,
they need to break
That's
that
what I mean.
curse, bro.
Next one?
They need to break that curse. That's it. I don't have anything else.
next thing, I mean.
Oh yeah, we got to give up performances, don't we? Heavenly performances at that. I gotta look at stats real quick. Go ahead, cue it up, G.
All right, now we're gonna get into prayer picks of the week for the divisional week end.
Can we bring
I
up
don't know why I
winners?
said it like
Can
that,
we do
but-
winners and losers?
If you got a loser, you can put out a loser.
Okay.
If you want a winner, you could just put out a winner.
I'm just doing a winner. I didn't really think about that.
Well, we already know who you were gonna pick. Yours is inevitable.
I didn't think of a loser.
You
either,
don't know
but-
who I'm gonna pick.
I got a funny idea.
No.
Here, let me see my phone.
Do we want him to go first?
Yeah, go first.
You go first, Michael. Go ahead.
My pick is going to be Mikey Sandestrom. The rookie with 2 picks.
I got it wrong.
First time since 2015
I didn't.
in a game. He went off. I was going to give it to Jaden Daniels, but I was thinking, I already gave it to him last week. He would deserve it for this week. I'm not
He
saying.
does deserve
I'm
it
not
this
saying.
week.
That's the
You-
last
yeah.
thing I'm saying.
No,
But
I agree. I'm with
give
you.
the other rook some love, who also popped off with an amazing game.
All right, I got mine.
I got mine as
Are
well.
you doing the losers and winners?
I did winners.
Okay.
You
I'm
did
just saying
just
if you wanted
winners?
to bring up a loser for stats, you could, but like if
Jared
we're just gonna
Goff.
do winners, move on. Yeah, no.
That's my loser. Just,
My heavy
that's all I have to
performance of the
say.
week goes to Travis Kelce on the Kansas City Chiefs. Hate him, love him. That brother can play football. 7 receptions, 117
In the
yards, and a
postseason.
touchdown. In the postseason,
Well, now.
Travis Kelce in the playoffs, you cannot go wrong. It's Patrick Mahomes' favorite target to go to since they've been playing with each other. They both have continuity. They both know how to play with each other well. And Travis Kelce is just a dog when he's on the field. So, shout out to him. Ow, I hit my knuckles.
All right.
That hurt.
My heavenly performance goes out to
hurt.
Saquon Barkley. 26
Yeah, makes
carries, 205,
sense.
and 2 touchdowns.
That makes sense.
And he also had 4 catches for 27 yards. He had almost 8 yards a carry. And I know the Eagles are my second team, blah, blah, blah. I might pick, whatever. You would say I'm picking favorites or whatever.
I didn't say
The
nothing.
dude, no.
I didn't say a word.
Not
That was-
you guys.
That was funny
When
how
I
you
say
said
this
it.
stuff, I'm not talking about you guys necessarily. Sometimes I am, but it's a joke. But the dude had
Yeah, he's definitely talking
205
about us.
rushing yards. Like he
No,
has
he
to get,
did.
he has to get a
He
shout out.
cooked. He cooked.
Like the dude had 450 total rushing yards against the Rams.
Goodness
Just
gracious.
the Rams.
Just the Rams.
So
Just the stinking Rams. All right.
and he took over that game. Did you see that when he was about to have his what was it, his like 70-yard touchdown?
Mm-hmm.
And he was like talking to Jalen Hurts before the snap.
He said, "Watch this."
No, he said, "Am I on the right side?"
I thought he said, "Watch this." Everyone was saying he said, "Watch this."
It looked like it, but I saw like what after the game they were like, "What did you say to? What were you and Jalen talking about?" And he was like asking him if he was on the right side for the play. And Jalen's like, "Yeah, just
That
just
sounds
stay
like
there."
such a Saquon Barkley thing to say.
Yeah.
He's just trying to make sure he's making a play, man. But
For
yeah,
a while,
shout out
I
to
thought
him.
he said, "Watch this," and just broke a 70-yard
Which also would have been
touchdown.
insane.
That would have been so much better.
So much. It would have been funnier.
But when he was smacking his helmet too, bro, that got me fired up.
Saquon Barkley's just having. He's
so good.
you gotta like this brother is going to go to a Super Bowl most likely, depending on how next week looks, and he deserves it because first couple years he's been in the NFL has just been.
He was wasting away in New York.
Now he's just thriving in Philly. So
I mean, you can win once you leave New York, I guess.
I guess yeah,
Yeah,
All
because
right.
the Giants are a horrible organization,
literally.
and the Jets.
All right, do I? Oh no, I'm doing that later. Okay,
You
Prayer
wanna go to the
picks?
next one?
we gotta get in our prayer picks. Let's go.
right.
Conference championship weekend, baby. Let's get it.
Yeah.
Good.
Oh, okay. I thought you were doing it. All right, now we're gonna get a prayer picks of the week for championship weekend.
Boom, 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 boom.
Now it's getting down to the
Final two.
the nitty gritty.
Nitty gritty. We only got 2 games
We got 2 games
on one day. Sunday.
Sunday.
Championship Sunday.
Championship Sunday. All right. First game up, 3 o'clock on Fox. We got the Commanders heading to Philadelphia to take on the Eagles. Eagles are 6-point favorites.
I'm taking the Eagles.
The Jane Daniels story is incredible, but I got to fly Eagles fly on this one. Saquon Barkley's just having an extraordinary year, and I think he's just going to do his thing
Hey,
against them.
that's cool. I liked it. You did the last 2 games and it's worked out for me.
Man, don't do that.
This is a different
Don't do
team.
that. Don't do
Then
that.
the Lions?
Yeah, they have a better
better.
defense.
A healthy defense at that.
But I still took the Commanders.
Which
It's your team.
yeah,
I would hope you take your
I
team.
hope you wouldn't take your division rival.
No, I wouldn't take them over anybody else. I literally took the Panthers over them.
Well, moving on. Yeah. Oh, yeah.
That didn't happen.
Tickets are $492 to go to this game in Philly.
Yeah,
Goodness
It's
gracious.
so expensive.
yeah.
And it's going to be 38 degrees in Philly on that day. So it's going to be cold. It's going to be cold.
That's cold.
That's cold.
I've been to colder games, but
That's cold though.
that is cold.
That's cold today. Today's 16 degrees. If they were playing the game out there, woo, goodness gracious.
Talk about cold game.
Bro, Buffalo was
Oh,
freaking crazy
We're
on
getting that
Sunday.
Kansas City.
next game up, boys. 6:30
yeah.
on CBS. We
Negative
got
26.
the Bills heading to Kansas City to take on the Chiefs. Bills Chiefs back at it again in the AFC Championship game.
Are the Chiefs favorites?
Chiefs are 2-point favorites.
Makes sense.
Pretty low, but kind of makes sense.
I figured
But-
it would be around that,
Michael, who are you taking?
but
in
the
this one?
Chiefs would be
I took
favorites.
the Bills.
I'm joining you on this one. Give me Buffalo. Josh Allen, this is the year. This is the year you beat Patrick to get to the Super Bowl. This is it.
Can we let?
Give me the Bills.
Yeah, I was gonna say
Yeah, we're sweeping. Let's go.
It's the lock of the week.
Let's go.
Everyone wants
I don't
the
know
Bills
about
to
lock
win.
of the week.
Well, we're not.
I don't know about lock of the week. That's a close
So
game.
there's 2 games.
My lock of the, if we're doing locks, I'm doing
If I was doing
The
lock of the week,
NFC.
it's probably Eagles commies. If
got
I'm
the
being
Bills.
honest, but
just
yeah,
because like
Josh,
I don't know, they've played each other a
You got it,
lot
yeah.
in the playoffs too.
Who won last though?
Mahomes.
I'm saying they all been close
Last
games.
time.
Oh,
The
Josh.
Bills.
Josh.
Yeah.
In the regular season, Josh, but in the playoffs, it's only
Yeah.
Mahomes.
So it's literally like bullet
Yeah.
stop in the playoffs.
Also, it'll be 31 degrees in Kansas City on that day, so it's also gonna be.
It is
cold.
gonna get colder
It's gonna get colder
as the game goes on.
Yeah. So, but I mean, Bills are used to that climate, so this is nothing new to them. But like, this is just, I don't know. I didn't got much more to say about this game. Like, I really like. I'm rooting for the Bills at this point because
So-
I want to see Josh Allen succeed and get to that Super
I
Bowl.
was curious about the last time that we had the Eagles play against the Bills. Not the Bills. The Eagles play against the Commanders in the playoffs. It was 1990 in the 91 season.
Oh yeah.
91 playoffs?
Yeah, 91 playoffs.
Okay.
Okay.
So 90 season.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
The Commanders won 20-6.
Gotcha.
That
That
was
was a long time ago.
that was a long time ago.
Long time ago. But we back at it again.
I was
we never
curious
left.
on what was the last time these matchups happened. Because
Oh,
we've
yeah,
seen
no,
this,
I
the
got
Bill. We know the Bills and the Chiefs.
Bills Chiefs is nothing new.
It's not that.
It's nothing new.
But-
It's nothing new under the sun. This is just where we at. But yeah, that's our prayer picks for
Yes, sir.
the conference championship weekend and Pro Bowl next week. I'm excited about the Pro Bowl.
Let's
It
just
should be fun.
Let's
Should
just
be
skip the next thing. We don't need it.
What?
All right, come on. No. We ain't doing that.
Oh, you just
he
don't wanna
has
hear
a
it,
power
do you?
ranking. He's gonna do his power
Because
ranking. Okay. Go ahead.
We know what it's gonna
Cue
be.
up your power ranking.
All right. Now I'm gonna do my power rankings for. Let me do that again. That was terrible.
No, he messed up. All
that
right,
was
take
terrible.
No, you gotta edit more.
two. No, this is gonna suck for me. Go
It
ahead.
was just one part.
Go ahead.
Here's my championship weekend power rankings. Do you want me to go 4-1 or 1-4?
That me and Michael are still gonna disagree.
4-1 or 1-4?
I gotta say it every time because that's just how it is.
1-4.
No, 4-1.
Okay.
You want to go
4-1.
best to worst?
I don't care.
No, 4's the
That's
best.
4
4-1.
teams.
4-1. 4-1.
4. No, I'm laughing because you guys
You
are
already
gonna
know where
like
this
this
is going.
list.
Go ahead. What's 4?
4 Commanders. Because they have a rookie quarterback.
Just, yeah, we rookie quarterback better than the Eagles quarterback. So guess what?
Okay, one's been to a Super Bowl.
Yeah, once defense took him there.
You can't-
All right.
you can't-
There's
You can't talk if you have a rookie quarterback.
You both.
I
There's
can talk
bias.
all I
There's
want,
bias
and I
coming
am.
into play. What's number 3?
You can't. You're literally the worst
Watch me
team
talking
left.
right now.
You're the worst team left.
Okay, who's number
Just-
3? Who's number 3?
Deal with
because we
it.
kicked the number 1
Deal
out.
with it. 3 Chiefs,
Okay.
2 Eagles, 1 Bills. I'm just gonna go through it
That's
because there's not many teams. There's 4 teams.
I
But if you don't, I mean, people are probably gonna be like the
would
Chiefs at
probably,
3.
I would
What the-
probably have the Eagles over the Bills just because they're offensive juggernaut. But I could see how you have the Bills at 1. So I understand that. So I don't disagree. I think it's just unfortunate that the Commanders are 4, but really the other 3 teams ahead of them,
But,
like it would be hard to put the
How
Commanders
you
more
want me
than
to put
4.
them above like? You want me to
Like
put them
if we had
above the
Chiefs
Eagles?
at 4 and then we had the Commanders at 3, like I don't know how I, feel
can't,
about that.
like I just can't. Like I understand that Jaden Daniels is playing insane. Like
And he is.
the
He is.
best
And there's no
rookie
disrespect to him.
quarterback season we've ever seen,
Ever.
and they've exceeded expectations. But every single other team left has proven they can win in the playoffs for a
And done
long
it.
time,
Yeah, and
for
done
a
it.
while,
Mm-hmm.
and they're just better overall teams. Like, the Eagles' defense is better. The Bills' defense is probably better, I think. I don't know exactly.
Who's
Chiefs.
defense? Chiefs defense is better. Eagles defense is better.
Bills might be in some spots.
Some Matt Milano and Greg Rousseau and Von Miller help.
Josh
keep it up a
Allen is
little bit,
playing
but-
so well that I don't know. Like,
No, it's
he's
hard.
in the
That's-
MVP
that's a hard-
conversation.
I'm surprised that you did a power ranking for that because that's hard to do. So I mean, there's no disrespect.
Like,
there.
I'm not trying to like. Hey, the Commanders
I just
suck.
said we shouldn't do it. So
Yeah, it's fine. It's all cool.
Okay, fine. It was
We're all
crappy.
friends.
Was that crappy? Then
We're
just cut
all
it out.
Just
friends
move on.
here.
Okay.
We're all friends here.
Jeez,
I said move on.
he just hates my list.
Yeah.
He's just mad that I put the Commanders at 4.
It's a tough
Like,
list.
what do you want to put like the Eagles at 4?
We're
Like,
still talking about the list. I thought we were moving on.
It's a tough act to follow. It's a tough act to follow,
all right,
but it's
move
fine.
on.
Yeah, that
He's
sounds,
mad
sounds
at me
great.
now.
Yeah,
Hey,
yeah,
that's
mad
fine.
now.
That's fine.
It's fine.
Move on.
Well, hopefully,
so
you
mad
guys are
at me
gonna
right
have
now.
to work together because we have to play a game now. So you guys are just gonna have to work together
Okay,
now.
fine.
all right.
Okay.
He's so mad at me
So this is
though.
Wait,
unfortunate.
which game is it?
Mine, the first one I have up. So we've had
Oh man.
this past season we've had a lot of good wide receiver play, and more aspects than none. So I want you guys to guess the top 10 wide receiver seasons of all time.
Okay.
So
You stop being mad at me.
I'm not mad. I'm just not making any expressions. I don't know what like.
You looked pissed at me.
Now you guys don't have to say the year. Just give me the player, and I will give you the year from there.
Jerry
Because I
Rice?
know if I try to give you guys the year, it would take a very long time for you guys to get there. So just give me
Alright,
the
go.
player, and we go from there. So you said Jerry Rice first, right? Jerry Rice is number 4, 1995.
It's Megatron.
Megatron is number 2, 2012.
Jamar Chase.
Jamar Chase
Say
is
how many yards they have.
number 8, 2024. 1,708 yards receiving from him that year.
Moss.
Or this year.
Randy
Yeah,
Moss.
Randy, he's gotta be 1.
Randy
right?
Moss is number 3, 1,494 receiving yards.
Was that the 27 touchdown year?
Yeah, 07. 07
Dang,
when they
that's
went
not
undefeated.
27 touchdowns. Julio Jones.
2015 Julio Jones, 1,871 receiving yards.
Or Michael Irving.
Michael Irving is not on this list.
Dang.
Is this all? This is all time, obviously.
This is all time, yeah.
Art Monk.
Who?
Art Monk.
Yeah.
Who's that?
Never mind. Thank goodness gracious.
Oh, he knows ball.
Cat.
He knows ball.
Wait, I don't know
Who's
who
Art
Art
Monk?
Monk is.
Wide receiver for the
Hold on.
Redskins from 19.
Hold on.
He was
He knows ball. I don't even know who that guy is. Hold on, bruh. Wait a minute.
Well, I mean, it's his team, so it probably makes sense that he knows.
12,721
than we do.
yards for his career. I don't know if he had a really good season that I could. Yeah, he was good, but there's probably better people.
Was he
besides,
on the
but
list?
No, he's not on the list.
Okay.
No,
That's, I
I just didn't know who that guy is.
I didn't
That's
know.
ball.
I
You
didn't
ball.
know either.
All right, you're missing 10, 9, 7, 6.
1.
Justin
one.
Jefferson.
Justin Jefferson is number 7 from 2022, 1,809 receiving
This is
yards.
individual seasons, right?
Oh, Cooper
yes,
Kupp.
in the seasons. Cooper Kupp is number 1, 1,947 receiving yards.
I don't know why I'm saying
Triple crown.
Triple crown, baby.
What do we have? 10?
Is it
Who?
No, what do we have left? 10?
You're missing 6,
Ed McCaffrey?
9, and 10.
Dang.
6, 9, and 10.
Oh,
You were Christian McCaffrey's dad? Yeah. That's ball.
he was good. He was Super Bowl
Ed
champion.
McCaffrey.
Hey,
Super Bowl champion.
McCaffrey.
He won Triple Crown, but I don't know if he's gonna be on it.
Who?
Shannon Sharp's brother.
No.
Sterling.
Sterling
Sterling Sharp? No,
Sterling.
it's not on the list.
I know he had a Triple Crown. That's the only thing I was
So
thinking
you're,
about.
you're missing 10, 9, and 6.
Owens?
No, not on the list.
Dang.
Let me know when you
Chad
guys.
Ochocinco.
Oh, dang.
Not on the list. Let me know if you guys need a hint.
I'll take it.
Larry Fitzgerald.
Not on the list. I'm just gonna wait till he says if he wants it.
Des Bryant.
Not on the list.
Steve Largent.
No, not on the list.
I was gonna say him, but I was like, there's no way.
was gonna say someone just for the fun of it.
Go ahead, say it.
It's not right at all.
Say it.
Chris Collinsworth.
No, gosh, no.
I don't know why he came to my mind.
Why was that the first guy you would think
I don't know. Some good receivers.
You're missing a whole bunch.
Tyreek Hill?
Goodness gracious. Number 9, 1,799 from 2023.
Why can't I
He
think of
almost
Tyreek
he could
Hill?
have got to 2,000 if he really wanted to, but he didn't.
So we just have 10?
10 and 6.
Oh, we haven't gotten 6 yet?
Nope, you didn't get 6. Let me know when you want a hint.
Eagle.
Which Eagle?
Eagle.
I'm blanking.
Recent Eagle or past Eagle?
Past Eagle. Is it? Are there any Eagles on the list?
No.
Okay, then never mind. It doesn't matter.
Travis
Kelce?
No.
Or is it just strictly receivers?
It's strictly receivers.
Okay, I didn't know if he was like
No.
Antonio Brown.
Number 6.
Okay.
1,834 receiving yards.
Mike Evans.
Not on the list.
He just gets to 1,000.
DeAndre Hopkins.
Yeah, it doesn't get none. No.
Devontae Adams.
Number 10, 2020 Devontae Adams, 1,374 receiving yards.
Let's go.
So,
Got it.
from 10 to 1, these are the top 10 wide receiver seasons of all time. 2020 Devontae Adams,
Nailed it.
2023 Tyreek Hill, 2024 Jamar Chase, 2022 Justin Jefferson, 2015 Antonio Brown, 2015 Julio Jones, 1995 Jerry Rice, 07 Randy Moss, 2012 Calvin Johnson, and 2021 Cooper Kupp. Do we
Cooper
agree? Do we disagree?
I mean, it's numbers, right?
yeah.
Can't really
Yeah,
disagree.
It's stats. You can't
Yeah.
disagree with that.
If it's statistically in order by like.
I also just think Cooper Kupp being number 1 is because he got like All-Pro First Team, Pro Bowler, Offensive Player of the Year, Triple Crown, Super Bowl champion, and MVP.
That's insane.
That's just like
That's the best
Boom.
wide receiver season.
Cemented.
Like obviously, that's like point blank period the best year a wide receiver's ever had.
Since there's never been an MVP, you can't. That's the only thing that you could do that.
Well, yeah, I mean he won like every single award he could, besides like the
Yeah.
MVP.
And
Yeah.
so it's just that's why I just like Cooper Kupp as a wide receiver is just you wish better for
You
him
want
than
him.
what he
You
what
want him
he-
on your team,
Yeah.
regardless like that he's had injury history, but
Yeah.
you still want him.
You still because he
He can
can
do
still
that
produce.
stuff
He can
still.
still produce.
All right,
but also
next-
like
Next game.
I also think it's kind of crazy that like the 9, 8, and 7 were like a year apart from each other because 7 was 2022, 9 was 2023, and 8 was 2024.
Yeah,
That's type crazy.
Yeah.
Justin
Number one.
Jefferson,
It's a passing
Tyreek Hill,
league now.
and Jamar Chase. All of them. The top. I think we consider them the top 3 wide receivers in the league. I would say so.
who?
You wanna-
Jettis,
Tyreek, and Jamar.
Yeah,
I would say the top 3.
Yeah.
And they all had their best seasons apart, like 1 year apart from each other. So
that's pretty crazy.
type crazy. But
Passing
yeah.
league.
Next thing.
People love to throw.
Who got the game? Who got the game next?
I got the next one.
That's you, brother. Go
All right.
ahead. Lock in.
So with the Commanders finally being back in the championship game, the NFC
Been
Championship.
a long time coming.
Yep. This is things that have happened. The last thing. I'm sorry. Goodness gracious. The last time Washington was in the
You want to
championship.
restart that?
Yeah. Let's just restart. Okay. You're gonna have to redo it.
Go ahead. Hit it. Please don't do that.
I'm reversing,
I know I'm joking.
rewinding.
Okay.
Okay, go. Sorry.
Yeah. Let's give it another fresh start.
Boom.
Last time Washington was in the championship, Michael Jordan won his first ring. Sonic the Hedgehog debuted.
Ooh.
The first website was introduced to the world.
Oh, goodness gracious.
Well, okay.
Okay.
The average gas price was $1.14. That stays.
Can we bring that back?
Why did we all just
Can we bring
Because we
that
all had to pay
back?
for gas.
I just paid
Hey,
for
new-
gas. It was $40 for
Hey, Donald
just to
Trump.
get
Yeah.
a
You're
full
president now.
tank.
Let's.
Yeah, President-elect Donald Trump
Not president.
just
like,
got
it's just
inaugurated.
president.
Is our president?
Just president.
Please bring that back.
The Soviet Union collapsed.
Nice.
Dude, no, let's not bring that. Let's not bring that
Why'd
back.
you say nice?
Because that's a good thing.
The Super Nintendo released in the U.S.
Oh, I love those. I loved my
That was
Nintendo
my
DS.
chance.
Chuck Noll retired.
Legend.
Nirvana released Nevermind.
I don't listen to Nirvana that much, so that doesn't really
It's-
faze
it's
me.
a-
But that one.
The iconic album with the baby on it. Yeah.
Oh, okay,
It's kind of weird.
Is it bad that
Cover.
it's
It's a weird cover,
It's a-
but it's like it's a very you'll know it.
It's like the baby.
I don't really listen to Nirvana like that.
Me neither.
The Gulf War ended.
The Gulf War ended. Okay.
Dr. Seuss died.
No.
That's sad.
Depends on who you ask nowadays.
Yeah,
Green
true.
eggs and ham.
Disney released Beauty and the Beast.
The OG animated one?
The animated one.
Oh.
No, the live action.
Okay, be quiet.
Because we all know Emma Watson's that old.
Alright.
We all know they had live action in the 90s.
Is that it?
Well, they did, but
Not like, but I mean like not like the
Just
what
all
it
the
is
movie.
now.
True.
yeah.
Is that it?
That's
Yeah,
pretty
that was
crazy.
it.
All right.
That's-
And I got the last one, and I got one more thing to talk about, and then we move on.
Go.
So, these are things all NFL fans must accept. Conference Championship Edition. Hashtag shout out football forever for these hashtag them for that.
Hashtag shout out.
Yep. Hashtag
Shout out for shout out.
Same diff. Okay. All right. You guys are gonna tell me if you agree or disagree. Here we go.
Got it.
Bills will be Super Bowl faves if they beat Kansas City.
Yes.
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 No comment. No discussion.
No,
we'll
I
just
don't-
move on.
I mean, they would be favorites. Do I think they would win? No, but they would probably be favorites. Next.
Okay. Texans need to add more weapons for Stroud.
Yes.
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 They need a
Do they
probably
need
another wide receiver. Yeah.
So are we just on a limb that Stephon Diggs is just gonna
Well,
piece out of there?
Diggs, well, even if Diggs does come back, Nico is not coming back for another year.
Why?
Not Nico, I'm sorry. Tank Dell's not
Dell.
going to be back
Yeah.
for another year.
And
So
I,
they want to get at least wide receiver 3.
and I wouldn't necessarily like
So
put
Diggs
my-
might be wide receiver 3 right away because of the injury.
like I wouldn't necessarily, and I also if once they both come back, like wouldn't necessarily put all my confidence that they're going to like stay healthy.
We hope,
It can't hurt to pick up a receiver.
No, like
No,
just
can't.
like hey,
especially with how many
you
receivers
just
are gonna
came
be
off a
in free
major
agency.
injury.
Yeah.
Let's get some backup.
Yeah, I agree.
Next.
Fangio should win Assistant Coach of the Year.
Oh, absolutely.
Absolutely.
Assistant coach of the year is a thing.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I did not know that. But yes.
I agree.
Sorry.
Yeah, he took like the worst defense to the best defense.
He
in
took a
year.
defense that couldn't tackle for the second half of the season, and now they know how to play defense now. So I mean,
Yeah.
Vic Fangio cooked. Stafford still has a good few years left before he retires.
I think he could play a few more years.
Yes.
Could.
I could
He
say I
could.
could see at least 2.
He can. It's just
Will his
up
body
to
will
like
his body hold up?
if he's willing and wants to do that.
Yeah.
That's what it comes down to at this point.
But I think he could do it. I think
Yeah.
if he handled himself, he could do it. Playoff Kelsey is better than regular season Kelsey.
Yes.
Yes.
Nowadays, yeah.
100%.
It used to be, it used to be
Million
debatable.
percent.
Cent. Because that
Point
bro.
blank.
Y'all
Cash the
saw
check.
why I made him having performance of the for the week. Is it the week? I don't
Yes.
know what we
Yes.
call it. Having performance of the week.
Performance of
He
the
was
week.
my dog for that
Next.
reason, bro. He cooked. Johnson will turn Chicago into a top 10 offense. If you missed it, Ben Johnson was just named the head coach of the Chicago Bears. So, do we agree or do we disagree?
I was just on the defensive coordinator who got hired by the Jets for the Lions.
Oh, Aaron Glenn?
Yeah.
Oh, he just got hired.
Yes.
Dang, that's clutch.
Yes. Top
I
10.
think
Yes.
he can. I think he could make it a top 10 offense.
We're not talking top 5. We're top 10.
Top
Top
10.
10. Top
I think
10.
top 15.
I think they can get there.
Top 15.
They have weapons. They have the scheme and
We already know he's not going to
Game
like it because
plan
he's
now.
Caleb
I'm
Williams
not. I'm not trying. Like it's. I already said next year I'm not going to be hating on it as
yeah,
much.
he's Caleb
I
Williams.
said, hey, I did say I was going to cool down for next season.
He
You know,
did.
I'm being
He did
honest.
say that. He did say
it's
that.
really hard after like. There's a lot of good teams too. So that's.
Yeah, no, I get that too.
I mean, and they can get better in free agency in the draft.
I'm not saying we're in top 15. They could be 11 for all. But
Like,
Yeah. Just barely out of 10.
now that they
Yeah.
have the
I don't think they'll be.
a real like offensive system.
They still.
Yeah.
That still hasn't fixed the offensive line.
Yes, they
That's
will do
true.
that
That's
That-
true.
what I'm
I'm just
saying.
at the because that's what we're talking about right now.
next year.
I can't
though.
make a
Oh,
prediction.
goodness gracious. Okay. Cooper
But
Cup
that's
is
their
on the
biggest
decline.
need, so they're gonna do it.
Cooper Cup is on the decline.
I mean, everyone is on a decline when you compare it to that amazing season he had. Everything's on decline.
No, not necessarily.
Everything's worse than what.
I
He
think
had a
it's-
bad
it's
year.
just
Like he had
hard-
an injury year
It's hard for
for
him
a couple years now, but
to like when 2021 he was the best receiver out there by far.
Yeah.
And now he's still good, but now he has Puka Nacua who's rising to become a star in the
Yeah,
NFL. And,
Puka's
like,
just
that's,
out-
that's just hard to
Yeah.
like Matthew Stafford can only get the ball to so many people. So it's just
Yeah.
like
I think he should leave LA for sure. I don't think he should be
I
in
think,
LA
yeah,
next year.
That depends on him. I don't know. We'll see.
Puka's taking over that offense.
No, I agree.
Kyron's taking over that offense.
But it also helps him having a Cooper Cup to be better.
True.
I'm just saying, like
look at Jamar Chase when he got Higgins back.
Cooked.
no,
He's
I'm just
cooking.
saying. And the Rams, I don't think the Rams want to pay $29 million to a 30-year-old wide receiver now, and take that huge cap hit. That's why I'm
also-
saying that.
Okay, I can see that.
Because they're old. Like, they're on offense, they're not.
Minus Puka, they're old, and Kyron, they're pretty old.
Like, Stafford's old. Cooper
Higbee's
Kupp's
old.
older for a wide receiver.
Rob
Higbee's not that
Havenstein is
good.
getting up there in age.
Yeah. Like, it's.
Yeah, I got you. All
Get
right,
some other players that are younger.
I might need you to read this before I say it.
What?
Yeah,
What does it say?
Lamar is a regular season merchant.
All right, we'll skip that one. I'm not saying anything.
I'm not. I don't want. I don't want to.
And you
touch
guys
it.
better tread carefully.
I don't. Want to touch
Look at me. Look, I'm not saying anything.
We did not say a
I'm like,
word.
I don't agree
That's
with
what
it.
they
It's a
said.
warning.
That's what they said.
All right, we'll move on then.
Oh,
Alright.
That's cool.
I saw someone that was going to take him off more.
Don't say it.
Oh, I'll say it anyway.
Don't say it.
We'll
You,
say,
you still
we'll-
said your
we'll-
ranking. I'm going to say
We'll
my
say it
thing.
on Triple Threat
That's
Plus.
a ranking.
We'll say it on Triple Threat Plus on our own thing. Daniels is the best.
completely
Is the
different.
best rookie QB of all time.
I'm not going to disagree. I'm not going to agree.
Subjective, but
There's an argument that could be made. There's an argument that could be made.
You can make an argument
You
for
can make an
multiple
argument.
guys.
Has
Yeah.
a rookie ever won a Super Bowl?
No,
So, okay. Then there's,
not rookie quarterback.
Didn't Ben? I thought Ben did.
No.
He went. No.
He won
Jane Daniels and Ben Roethlisberger are tied for most wins as a rookie.
Oh yeah, because he went undefeated in the playoffs, right?
No.
Did he get it?
No.
I thought he
He
did.
said he would
No,
not.
he
I'm
lost.
tripping.
He lost. That's why.
All right.
Yeah, that's why he didn't do it.
He's only at 14 wins.
Ah, you're right. You're right.
Because he
And
started
last-
13 and 0.
And last but not least, Saquon is the best. Saquon is the best player in the playoffs.
Second best,
Who's the best?
Patrick Mahomes. You can't argue that.
No, it's like there's so many players. It's like it's so many things. It's like yeah, great player, but they're all great for their own position. Like
It-
you
it
got
also
so many
de-
great players like in their own right
So true.
because you got players. You got Saquon. He's an amazing running back. You got Patrick Mahomes and Josh Allen, both amazing quarterbacks.
You got AJ Brown, Devonta Smith, Terry McLaurin, all great wide receivers in their own right.
You got what's his name? Jones on the
Chris Jones.
Chris Jones.
Chris Jones on the defense.
Amazing defensive player.
Bobby Wagner, still a great middle linebacker.
So basically, it's subjective in what you deem as.
What do
the
you value?
top-
What do you value?
Yeah, what do you value more? Because people have linemen up there, like linemen,
Lane Johnson.
like Lane Johnson, Jordan Mailata, Creed Humphrey,
I always forget which one retired.
Deion Dawkins,
you want to see someone?
Landon Dickerson, Cam Jurgens.
Let me see.
Someone commented
Jalen
Saquon
Carter.
plus the Eagles line is the best duo of all time.
One of them.
I mean, it's up there. I think
there.
Dickerson plus the Chargers' offensive line was a little bit better.
Rams.
Yeah, I don't know. That's why I think the Chargers. But
Yeah.
the Rams.
They were LA.
Yeah.
It was LA Rams when he did it.
I don't know. Whoever wrote this one was trying to start something.
Well, it's called contact.
They were trying to start
It's
something.
called rage baiting. And it
They were
works.
trying to start
it works.
something.
Rage paid works.
He gets his comments every time.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I'm gonna say. Can I?
Go,
I'm gonna
what,
say it.
I'd like to know whoever made that. Who are you a fan of?
I don't know.
I'd like to know.
They might just not. They might just not like football.
They could.
They just. Well, they might just like
Who
football.
knows?
Maybe it was just like an internet troll.
Maybe they just want
That
money.
worked
like
for
the
PFF.
clicks you get.
Huh?
It was not
Maybe they
BFF.
just
It
want
was
your
football
clicks.
forever. That's what
Oh,
made this
maybe
one.
it's just like a internet troll that works for them.
Maybe.
That just wants to start stuff on the internet.
Yeah. All right.
But I'm just in. I'd
Alright.
like to know what team they are.
Can I,
You,
can I say,
you say your thing.
I was gonna say something. So I got bored after the game, the Lions Commanders game. So have you guys watched the new Sonic movie?
Sonic 3?
No.
Yes.
No.
Well,
Not
okay. So basically, here's the preference that I was understanding because I haven't watched it, but I know what like in the
It's
movie.
It's the same plot story from 2 except a different villain.
But basically, you got this new guy called Shadow, and so I was like, I had some fun with some Photoshop and decided to create my own. But the main thing was Shadow basically came in and kicked Sonic and Knuckles' butt across the entire
And he censored himself. That's good.
Yeah.
place.
That was
so Yeah. So I edited it to show a picture of. I'm gonna show these guys, and then I'll send it to Jesse to put it on the.
Oh
Is it
yeah, you
James
sent me
Daniels?
that.
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie, you that
Yeah.
is type fire. That is kind of fire.
Yeah.
That's
Hey,
kind of fire.
it's like, hey, so you got Sonic and Knuckles, we got Shadow. So we saw how that went.
Bro,
Yeah, you better hope
I
shout out
have
to
a
something
really
else next
quick
week.
thing. Really quick. Can you guys name me the lowest percentage of playoff rushes going for a loss or no gain? Lowest percentage for
only
running
the
backs.
ones- the teams
it's
that are
3
left?
running backs.
Saquon Barkley.
He's 1 at 15.7.
You had to guess because you wouldn't have brought
Yeah.
it up.
Or no, he's the third lowest. Sorry.
Derrick Henry.
Derrick Henry's 11.9%.
There it is.
Can you get number 1 though?
Who's number 1?
Brian Robinson.
No.
Joe Mixon?
Active?
No.
Oh,
Kyrie?
Jaden Daniels.
No and no.
Oh, James Cook.
Yeah.
I was gonna say Pacheco to be fair.
10,
Let him cook.
10%.
Let's go. 10%?
Yeah. So he has the lowest percentage of runs that go for a loss or no gain in the playoffs.
Goodness gracious. Let him
Just
cook.
thought that was interesting.
Let him cook.
I was like, I didn't think James Cook would be the number 1 in
That's
that.
why his name is Cook. You gotta let him cook.
Oh, that's what Roma was saying on the broadcast
What?
during the game. He's like, let James
Let him cook.
cook.
Let him cook.
I'm like, shut up, Romo.
All right.
Like,
Is
go
it Bible
home.
time?
Yeah.
It's Bible time. All right. Here we are. We're going into the Bible verse of the episode. The Bible verse today is Matthew 22:35 through 40. So it's a long one, so everybody hold on tight. No, I'm joking. All right. And the verse, okay,
Sorry.
you can stop doing that now. And the verse says, one of them, an expert in the law, tested him with this question, Teacher, which is the greatest commandment in the law? Jesus replied, love the Lord your God with all your heart and with all your soul and with all your mind. This is the first and greatest commandment. And the second is like it. Love your neighbor as yourself. All the law and the prophets hang on these 2 commandments. Now,
Thoughts?
I'm gonna keep this brief because it's a late night and I'm trying to get us home to sleep.
On
I
a late
woke
night.
up. Fun fact, guys, I woke up around 6 a.m. this morning, and God convicted me to read this verse because we are in a unprecedented time in the United States. Obviously, we're not gonna get political, but he already said Donald Trump just was president-elect, and he's doing a lot of
Yeah.
stuff, pardons and executive orders and things that's gonna change like the outlook or shape of the country.
Direction.
Direction where it's going, and even like with the college football playoffs and even college football in general, like you just see so many people leading with love. And this is where the Bible verse was so clearly, God was like trying to tell me like, love we have to, there has to be action in love, not just words.
Yeah.
And I think it's important.
Actions speak louder than words.
Exactly. So it's very important that when we as Christians are out there with people, because like the verse said, the second greatest commandment is to love your neighbor as you love yourself. So we have to love our neighbors and we have to show that in our actions, not just say it and not just like be like, oh yeah, like we appreciate what you guys have been doing, blah blah blah. Like we have to show it and we have to prove them to them that we do really appreciate them.
Yeah.
And that's just not just like from a political standpoint, but even from a football standpoint. Like I want to go back to the Bills-Ravens game for this reason. Josh Allen and Lamar Jackson going to each other when the game ended. That was
cool.
love.
That was a
That
cool
was
moment.
love. And that's not, and I was like, Josh Allen did not have to go to him first, but he did. He knew where he was.
Yeah.
He went to go find him, and Lamar found him, and then they talked after that. And that was just a moment where it was like, God's love, even if they didn't mean it, was so evident in that moment, because Lamar could have been bitter and just ran off the field.
We've seen that
Josh
plenty of
Allen could
times.
have Josh Allen could have just celebrated in front of his face and been like, "Yeah, I beat you." But like, they both respected each other enough to be like, "Hey, that was a great game. Hopefully we can meet up again." And Lamar was like, "Hey, go win, go get that Super Bowl," because like I was talking about earlier, like if I hated that it was one of these teams that had to play each other, but it is what it is.
Yeah.
Can't control
It's
what
just the
happens.
matchup.
It's just the matchup. And so that was love. Ohio State and Notre Dame. I'm gonna talk about it again and again because like these two teams were professing Christ the entire season from start to finish. Every single game, every single one of their prayers was talking about, I want to give thanks to my Lord and Savior Jesus Christ.
Before anything.
That was the first thing they said before anything else talking about the game.
Yeah.
Anything.
Did you? Oh, and
even in the
sorry.
yes, no, I'm sorry.
No, keep going. I'll say
even
it after.
in the post game victory celebration that the Ohio State players were having, while they were getting the trophy and all these other things, like all of them, none of them. Only thing they said before they started was, "Give glory to Jesus," because that's the most important thing. That is leading with love. That is how we're supposed to be leading with love, because that is the most important thing as Christians that we need to do, and that's lead with love to Christians and non-Christians alike.
Yeah.
Because that's the most important thing, is that non-Christians can see us. They can see us leading with love and see us loving other people and be like, I want to understand where his love comes from, because
Yeah, it's God working
like
through
you
you.
really like you think about it, the Christian religion is so hated on and so judged on and so mocked on in media, in TV, in news and everything like that. Like everybody has just been beating us down to a point where it's like some people lose their faith, some people just don't want to do it anymore. And then you see people like Ohio State, you see these NFL players, you see even Donald Trump even being like saying the things that he says, and it's like this country is trying to go back to love, and that comes from God. It comes from nobody else. Point blank, period.
It's where it starts.
So that was on
And
my
finishes.
heart. That was on my heart. God put that in my heart at 6 a.m. this morning before, and I was like, yeah, I need to talk about it on the podcast. So
That's it.
there you go. If you guys want to bring anything up, you can, but
I was just gonna say
That's
also
all I
about
got.
the college football stuff. Like after Texas lost to Ohio State,
Yes.
when they were leaving their press conference, that I think it was one of their corners or one of their wide receivers was like, before we leave, I just want to say, like, I want to thank God, or thank my Savior Jesus Christ. Basically
yeah,
everything
everyone
to
got
say the
nothing more to
same thing.
Yeah, I ain't got nothing more to say. I think it's just great to see, as a Christian NFL fan, to see that they're professing their faith like that, and I think that's truly important for what we're trying to do, not only for this podcast but for the kingdom, which is the most important thing. So,
Yes, we
Michael,
want to spread.
No, I'm good.
go ahead, spread what you want.
We
to
want to
say.
spread love through our podcast, show our faith, show Jesus moving through us, and
Of
loving
course.
others.
Because that's the most important thing.
And we love
wanna,
it through
we want to do that.
how it's working throughout all sports and all this whole movement that's happening. But anyway,
Yep.
we're going to wrap
Do you have
up.
anything
I'm
else? Jake, do you have anything else?
No,
All right.
I do not.
Hey, good luck to the teams on Saturday. That's all I got to say. May the best person win. Here's what that up.
That's going to wrap up this episode of the Triple Threat Podcast. Make sure you go check out our channel. We appreciate if you hit that like and subscribe button. Please do it.
Hit it.
It'll help
Smash
us.
it.
We appreciate it. We love you guys. We will see you next episode. God bless y'all.